Welcome to my channel, All for Health with Jane. Family, the Senzo Meyiwa Trial is still on. On this video, family, let's watch as Judge Ratha feels disrespected by Advocate Mnisi. And in your opinion, in the comment section, family, tell me, what are you saying about it? Let's watch and then we'll comment at the comment section.
Now, when you started to prefer your evidence in this main trial, you introduced yourself as an investigator of this court, not so?
That's correct, my lord.
What did you mean by that?
I meant I was part of the investigation team.
What was Mukhane in this team?
He was also part of investigation team.
Who is or who was he? In fact, who is he in this team?
Who is Mukhane?
Yes. I know he's a policeman. Is he an investigator or who is
investigating as well, my lord.
Thank you. Now, as an investigating team, as part of the the team, understand is led by Kininda. Did you at any point go introduce yourself to the family of the deceased?
Never, my lord, been to the family of the deceased.
When I say you, I don't mean you as a person or as a singular investigator. I mean the team in plural. Did you do that?
I'm not aware, my lord, of others, my lord, if they've been to the family of the deceased.
If they did, would you have not known that?
No, my lord.
Why?
As I said, there are things which I do not know, because sometimes they go investigate and then maybe, as I said before, that I'll be maybe busy with other investigations or even be out of the province, my lord. So it's not everything, my lord, that they will report to me, as I am not the lead investigating officer.
kokunye uthola ukuthi bahambile bayophenya nami ke khona okunye engikwenzayo noma engikuphenyayo mhlambi angiphumile na kwisifunda lesi.
Ma'am, look, just to go and introduce yourself to the family of the deceased, it does not take rocket science to have known that my other team members have been to the family of the deceased, even though I wasn't there, just to go and introduce our presence in this case formally to the family members of the deceased, such that if there's something that we want to get on how this incident happened, they should not be surprised that one time there's this team, then the other time there is this team. That would not have been a problem, not so. You would have known that.
My lord, I'm answering for myself. You can maybe put the question that you are asking to them.
Mina ngiphendula mina ke ukuthi ke kwangasinkinga ke noma into engangizoyazi leyo mhlambe lo mbuzo usungabuza kubona ke mina ngiphendula kimi.
Ma'am, are you trying to tell the court, or are you saying to this court that the manner in which you did this investigation in this case was a disjointed one, was a disjointed approach, a fragmented approach, such that other things you knew, such that other things you did not know?
My lord, there is a lead investigating officer, my lord, who is the one who was giving task, my lord, to the members.
Ingabe uthi indlela enaniphenya ngayo lana ke indlela nje eyayingahlangene kunezinto awuzazi ongazazi ezinye indlela le inasebenza ngayo ngishilo ukuthi kwakunomphenyi okuyena ke oholayo kwakuyena ke ositshelayo noma oshoyo ukuthi yenza lokhu wena noma omunye yenza lokhu.
And each and every member, my lord, will give reports according to what he was tasked, my lord, to the lead investigating officer, my lord, who is not just a lead investigating officer, my lord, he's a brigadier in the South African Police Service.
Futhi umuntu ngamunye-ke kulabo abanikezwe umsebenzi ukuthi bayowenza uzobuya-ke aze kulo okuyena ohola ithimba azosho ukuthi wenzeni utholeni kulokho abekwenza kulowo-ke ohola ithimba ongasiyona nje oholayo kodwa-ke obrigadier emaphoyiseni.
That's exactly my gist as a so-called brigadier in the South African Police Services. According to you, you did not have information that the team that he had assembled, or even he himself, went to the family members of the deceased to introduce himself or the team at large. Now my question is, are you then saying to this court that the manner in which you investigated this case was a fragmented one? One was doing whatever he wanted to do, the other one wanted to do whatever he did.
I think reference to Brigadier Gininda as a so-called brigadier is unacceptable.
So-called?
May Advocate Mnisi withdraw that, my lord.
I'm also a so-called judge. Doesn't worry me. Yes, continue.
I don't know who said that, my lord, that you are also a so-called judge.
I'm telling you that I am a so-called judge. Nobody called me that.
Who says that, my lord? That you are a so-called judge?
It's Mr. Baloyi is objecting to you calling Gininda a so-called brigadier. So I say, even me, I'm a so-called judge. I don't have problems with that.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So it's fine, man. I mean, everybody, you know, people will call everybody a so-called.
Yes.
Yes, it's fine. Is that what you're saying, ma'am?
That is not what I am saying. As I said before, my lord, that each and every task that I was been given by Brigadier Gininda, I will go back and report to him what is it that I have done.
Asikhona-ke engikushoyo mina lokhu wena okushoyo ukuthi nje umuntu ebezenzela kokwakhe noma omunye ayele ngishilo ukuthi uma kuwukuthi kunomsebenzi engiwunike uBrigadier Gininda ngangizobuya ngize kuyena-ke ngimtsheleke ukuthi ngenzeni ngalokho ebethe angiyokwenza.
Ma'am, you said what was your experience at the time at which you became part of this investigation team?
What was my experience?
Yeah, in the South African Police Services. How long have you been in the South African Police Services when you were appointed as part of the investigation team?
My lord, it could be that I was probably about 15 years in the South African Police Service, my lord, and in investigation, my lord, division, it could be maybe about 6 years. 6 or 8.
Kungenzeka ukuthi ngaleso sikhathi leso bayingxenye yethimba eliphenyayo la ngineminyaka ewu15 ngiyiphoyisa kodwa-ke kule hlangothi lolu oluphenyayo mhlawumbe iminyaka ewu6 noma ewu8.
Yes, with a 16-year experience as a police, did you not see it necessary that as you are taking over investigation in this case, you needed to go introduce yourself to the family members of the deceased?
My lord, as for me, I have never received any instructions from Brigadier Gininda to say, go to the family of the deceased and introduce yourself. And as I have indicated that I don't know about them, if they have ever been to the family of the deceased or not.
Mina-ke ngikhuluma ngami-ke manje angikaze ngitshele uyena uBrigadier Gininda ukuthi hamba uye kumndeni-ke uyozethula bona-ke ukuthi manje uyingxenye ephenyayo kule cala. Ukuthi bona-ke bakwenza lokho noma cha angibazi.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, must I then understand you to mean that you started to investigate the case without having seen the family members of the deceased?
Me, yes, that's correct, my lord.
Uma ukhuluma ngami-ke yebo ngaqala uphenya-ke icala ngingakaze ngayobabona abomndeni.
Thank you. Now, you'd also recall that this incident happened at Foslores, at a particular house at Foslores. In terms of the evidence that is before court, there were 7 occupants in that house. Do you still remember that? Or do you know that?
I do know that, my lord.
Thank you.
ukuthi ke kwakunabantu abangaki-ke noma abantu abawu-7 ngaphakathi-ke endlini noma njengoba isigameko senzeka eFosloras, yebo ngiyakwazi lokho.
Now, when you took over this investigation in this case, did you ever take time to go and talk to those people?
My lord, I still say that I have never received, my lord, any instruction from Brigadier Gininda, my lord, to say I must go and interview the people who were in the house.
Ingabe wahamba-ke noma nahamba-ke ukuthi niyokhulumisana nalabo bantu labo, ngisasho-ke ukuthi angikaze ngitshelwe-ke noma ngitholeke umlayezo ukuthi suka kuyena uBrigadier Gininda ukuthi angihambe ngiyokhuluma nabo labo bantu labo ababesendlini.
The only person.
So what you're saying is that
Can I?
being, excuse me?
I'm proceeding.
What?
Just still proceed.
Oh, okay, she
Yes,
still wants
yes,
to continue.
yes.
No, it's fine, continue.
My lord, I remember now that there is only one person, my lord, whom I went to obtain a statement from. That was according to the instruction.
Yes.
Ngiyakhumbula-ke manje ukuthi kunomuntu oyedwa engahamba-ke ngayothatha istatement kuyena-ke nalokho kusemuva kokuthi ngatshelwa-ke ukuthi angikwenze lokho.
Who's that person?
Is Mthokozisi Trial.
Mthokozisi Trial loyo.
Thank you. And you went to Mthokozisi Twala as per instructions from Mr. Gininda.
I went to him as per the instructions, my lord, because I will
From Mr. Gininda.
from Brigadier Gininda.
Yes.
Ngaya-ke kuyena uMthokozisi emuva kokuthi ngitsheliwe-ke uyena uBrigadier Gininda.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, am I then correct to understand you to be saying that you embarked in a process of investigation in this case without having a background from the people who were in the house as to what exactly could have happened at the time at which this incident took place?
My lord, I still say I was acting on upon Brigadier Gininda's instruction, as he is the lead investigating officer, my lord. He's the one, my lord, who was driving an investigation as a senior member, as a lead investigating officer.
Ingabe uthi-ke manje naqala uphenyo-ke ningayanga kulaba bantu ababesendlini-ke niyozwa kubona-ke ukuthi banichazeleke ukuthi kwenzekani. Ngisasho-ke ukuthi mina ngisebenza ngokwalokho engangitshelwa uyena-ke uBrigadier Gininda nanjengoba kwakuwuyena oholayo.
My question is, as an investigator or as one of the investigators in this case, you embarked on a process of investigation in this case without having had visited or interviewed those people who were in the house to get a background of how exactly this incident took place. Is that what you're saying?
This is what I am saying, my lord.
Ingabe uthi-ke naqala-ke uphenyo lolu ningazange niye-ke kubantu labo niyokhulumisana nabo nizwe kubona ukuthi kwenzekani yilokhu engikushoyo.
What was your basis for the investigation of this case, ma'am? Where did you get the information on what could have happened in the house?
My lord, I was obviously briefed by the Brigadier, and also, my lord, there are other statements which I have read.
Manje uma suphenya-ke ukuthi kwakuyini akuholayo-ke kutshelayo ukuthi-ke yini ekufanele uyenze noma uyiphenye-ke ukuthi ngitshelwe uyena-ke uBrigadier nokuthi futhi khona nezinye-ke iy'tatimende engangiyifunda.
What statements are those?
I can't remember now, but there are certain statements, my lord, which I have read.
Angisayikhumbuli-ke manje ukuthi yiziphi kodwa zikhona-ke iy'tatimende engayifunda.
Would you like an opportunity to refresh your mind so that you are direct in answering my question when I say what statements are those?
No, my lord, I do not want an opportunity, my lord.
Ungabe ufuna ithuba yini lokuthi uyikhumbuzeke uzokwazi ukuthi uphendule ngqoke kuloko kuzayo cha angicela ithuba ke.
Then what statements are those?
I don't know, because there are several statements which I have read.
Manje ke izipho le statement angazi ngoba ke kune statement ke eziningi engayifunda.
Ma'am, it is common cause. It's an open secret that this case is investigated by two teams. The team that you also part of, and the other team, that comprises of Mr. Buthelezi, Miss Buthelezi, and Mr. Makubo. I take it you know that.
I am aware, my lord.
Ngicabanga ukuthi uyazi ke ifihlo ke nje lena ke noma eyaziwa ke noma ubani ke ukuthi bakunamathimba amabili ke aphenyayo la yileli wena ko ingxenye yalo naleli holwa noma ela kwakukhona uButhelezi noMakhubo. Yebo ngiyakwazi lokho.
Did you and your team at any point had a meeting or meet the team that was comprising of Mr. Makubo and Ms. Buthelezi, meet just to discuss the nitty-gritties of this case, on how the investigation was, how far were they with their investigation, like as in the meeting of the minds? Did you ever do that?
My lord, there was one instance whereby Brigadier Gininda instructed me, my lord, to take the dockets, my lord, and meet Colonel Buthelezi, my lord, and make copies of all the dockets. That was the only incident whereby I have met with her.
Ingaba khona yini la nahlangana khona ke leli okulona ithimba liyohlangana ke naleli kaButhelezi kanye noMakhubo la nihlanganisa khona amakhanda ke nikhulume ke mayela nophenyo lwalecala. Ngikhumbula nje ihlandla elilodwa la khona ngacela uyena uBrigadier Gininda ukuthi ke angithathe idokodo ngiye kuyena ke uButhelezi bese ngenza amakhophi ke amadokodo. Yiloko nje kuphela ngikhumbulayo.
So in a sense what you're telling this court, there was never a stage where the two teams sat down and discussed the facts of the case. As members of the same employer, that is South African Police Services. You never did that, except for you to having went to Ms. Buthelezi to go and make copies of the docket that you've just referred to now.
My lord.
Yes.
Me, as Sergeant Mokhula,
Yeah.
I've never sat with them and discussed the case with them. I'm not sure about others.
Ngikhuluma ngami ke manje uSergeant Mokhula angazi ngihlaleke nabo sidingideke noma sikhulume ngalo icala leli angazi ke ngabanye.
Ma'am, if that happened, would you not have known about it?
No, my lord.
Uma kuwukuthi lokho akwenzekile ngabe ongeke ukwazi yini? Cha.
Why?
Simply because I'm not the lead investigating officer.
Isizathu saloko ngoba ke akusimina ohola ithimba labaphenyi.
Thank you, ma'am. Just a second. Now, with your responses, when you find that the going is getting a bit tough, then you start to say, is this because I'm not the lead investigator? This is what I'm going to do, man. Just a second. You know the state prophet count number? Count number 3 against all these accused persons been a count of robbery with aggravating circumstances. And this is the summary on which they are basing that assertion or that allegation against this accused. They are saying in that upon or about the 26th of October 2014 and at or near Force Lawrence in the district of Boksburg, the accused did unlawfully and intentionally assault Miss Kelly Kumalo, Gladness Kumalo and did with force and violence take a Samsung S4 cellular phone, the property or in the lawful possession of Miss Kelly Kumalo or Gladness Kumalo, and did rob, it should have been them, her or them. So the state decided to only write her of the same. Aggravating circumstances present being the fact that the accused made use of a firearm. Are you aware of that charge against these accused persons?
That's correct, my lord.
Kunaleli cala-ke kumacala abawathiswayo abamangalela la kusolwa khona-ke ukuthi ngalo ilanga lesigameko le bashaya-ke uKelly Khumalo, Gladness Khumalo base bephuca futhi-ke umakhalekhukhwini noma bethatha umakhalekhukhwini obizwa ngokuthi yi-S4 ngokuthi-ke ukona konke lokho kwasetshenziswa isibhamu. Uyalazi yini lelo cala? Yebo, ngiyalazi.
Thank you. And because you're not a lead investigator, certain things you do not know in this case. This is what happens. Mrs. Zandi Khumalo came and told this court that when the two intruders got into the house, the one who allegedly had a firearm, in fact, Makumalo, that's now the old lady, realizing that there were foreigners in their house, grabbed a phone that was on a charger and took it upon herself. But unfortunately, the person who had a firearm realized that she was in possession of the firearm and hit her with an elbow and took the phone from her. Mpinde futhi.
Is that a question?
Did you hear what I said?
No, I was still waiting for you to pose a question. I thought you were just making
No,
a
it's a
statement.
background. Did I have asked you whether do you understand what I say?
No, I understand.
Good. That is what, amongst others, Mrs. Zandi Khumalo came and told this court. And the phone that was taken there, it was a Samsung S4. Do you understand?
I understand.
Kokunye-ke okukhulunywe uyena uZandi-ke ukuthi-ke kulaba bantu ababili-ke abangena khona lapho omunye wabo-ke wayephethe isibhamu uma wakhe-ke uyena-ke uMakhumalo wase-ke ethatha-ke umakhalekhukhwini owawuleli khona lapho kwakuyi-S4 lona-ke omunye-ke mbona-ke ukuthi umakhalekhukhwini lowo uthathile-ke wase emshaya-ke ngendololwane waphuca lowo makhalekhukhwini kuyena. Uthi yebo ngiyakuzwa-ke uma usho kanjalo.
Now, subsequent to what Zandi told this court, Miss Zandi Khumalo told, well, I'll call her Zandi. There's nothing wrong in that. Judges are also sometimes called the so-called judges. So, subsequent to that, then we had a testimony.
Mr. Mnisi, just have a bit of respect.
As it is the court, my lord.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I deserve to be respected.
Yes.
I'm 78 years old. I've been 50 years in the profession.
Yes, my lord.
I'm sure I deserve to be respected.
As it is the court, my lord. Yes. Now, subsequent to that, Mr. Musia came, the person who took photos of the scene, came and gave his own testimony. Then as a defense, we requested his working copy. Now I'm giving you a background of what actually happened. We requested his working copy. That is all the photographs that he took in the house. In one of the photos, it subsequently transpired that there was a phone that appeared in one of his photos that was lying on the headrest of one of the sofas in the house, and that phone was identified as a Samsung S4. Do you understand that?
I understand, my lord.
Thank you.
Umsiya-ke ma esezokuthi ubufakazi bakhe-ke wacelwa-ke ukuthi-ke akezeke nalokho wayesebenza ngako iy'thombe-ke kwesinye-ke sey'thombe eza nazo-ke kunomakhalekhukhwini owabonakala-ke owawukhona laphayana kwakuyi-S4 ngiyakuzwa.
Now, in view of what is contained in count number 3 and the subsequent discovery of a cell phone that was lying on the headrest of a sofa, which was also a Samsung S4. Do you have any comment?
No comment, my lord.
Manje ke kulokhu ke ebengifundele kona ke ngithi yileli cala abathweswe ngalo ukuthi ke bathatha umakhalekhukhwini naloko engiqeda ukusho ke manje ukuthi kwesinye seyithombe umsiya awayiletha la enkantolo kwatholakala ukuthi bakunomakhalekhukhwini lapha khona ongafisa ukusho cha akukho.
Thank you. Let me tell you the significance of what I'm saying to you is, or the import of what I'm saying to you is, that in view of the latest discovery of a cell phone that was depicted, which was also a Samsung S4, that was depicted in Mr. Musia's working documents, that's simply indicative of the fact that there was no cell phone that was stolen in the house. Because when he came to take the photos, the cell phone was lying there.
As a court, please, my lord, that is not correct. My recollection is that one of the witnesses, and I think it's Mr. Madala, identified that phone as his.
I did not hear the statement, my lord. May you please repeat?
My lord, we are saying that one of the witnesses did identify this cell phone as his, and according to the evidence, it was Mr. Tumelo Madlala. And in this regard, I just wish to refer the court to page 36 of the proceedings of 7 August 2023, wherein Mr. Madlala testified that he had a phone. It was a Samsung S3, white in color, that he was in possession of on the day. And my recollection is that he did say the phone that was subsequently discovered that Advocate Mnisi says it was an S4, it was actually an S3 that belonged to Mr. Madlala.
Mshushisike kuloko okusho yena ke uAdvocate Mnisi uyaphikisa ke uthi uma kubhekwa ke ubufakazi obethulwa ke uyena ke uTumelo Madlala ku page 36 ngo-August 2023 wayikhomba ke noma washo ukuthi lo makhalekhukhwini uAdvocate Mnisi akhuluma ngakho kwakumakhalekhukhwini wakhe yena Tumelo Madlala kwakuyi Samsung S3 eyayimhlophe ngombala.
Yes, my lord, as I recollect the evidence of Tumelo Madlala, is that when the intruders came in, he took his phone, ran along with it into a particular room where there were children there, and hid it somewhere on the bedding there, in one of the blankets there. He was not specifically referring to this phone that was found that is depicted on the pictures of Mr. Musia that was on the couch. That is the import of what I'm saying, ma'am. In other words, this count number 3 against this accused number icon, against all these accused persons, is just flawed. It has got no basis. That is what I'm putting to you.
My lord,
as an investigating officer,
we object against that question. It's incorrect. I think if Advocate Mnisi were to read the evidence of Tumelo Madlala in its entirety, he would not persist with that question. We submit that it should not be allowed.
So you're saying the assertion is incorrect?
Indeed, my lord.
Okay, fine. And he is saying that is the assertion,
yes.
Mr. Mnisi. Fine, yes. I will notarize that. And when I write the judgment,
yes,
I shall obviously have read all the evidence. Then I'll make a finding.
Thank you.
Nanjengamanje ke umshushisi ecela ukuthi umbuzo angavunyelwa kungaqhubeki mehlulelo uyasho ukuthi usho lokho umnumnisi usho lokho ngizothi ke egcineni ke uma sengifunda ke judgment mayelana neqala leli ngizobe ngifunde inhlangothi zombili.
What's your comment, ma'am?
My lord, what I know, what I can comment on, my lord, is that if there was no evidence, my lord, we will not be having this trial.
Thank you so much, family, for watching this video to the end. Please like it before you leave. Subscribe for my channel if you haven't done so yet, family. I love you. Thank you. See you again in my next upload. Bye.